following podcast may be explicit. One Joe Young presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com. And here we are back at Adventures from the Shed with you online, audio, eventually video. I have most of the AFTS cast with me right now, and we'll let the most of them say hi.
Hey, this is Chris playing Abraxas the Flagonborn.
Flagonborn.
Actually, I'm a Dragonborn paladin, but I bore a flagon of a dragon. It's awesome.
He's a flagodin?
It's a flagodrin? Yeah, I don't know how that works. You can drink out of me.
I have several questions, and I don't know if I want them answered.
No, you don't.
Nice.
Well, I'm Eli. I play Erithnis Siegfried, soon to be Slayer of hopefully just spiders.
Cool.
Hey, it's Randy. I'm the not late person this time. It's a first. Yay!
Yeah.
And I will be playing Miles Mize, the bartender bard extraordinaire.
Ooh. And I'm Joe. I'm the DM for this Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign we have going that has been named Never Gonna Give You Up. Jason will be joining us at some point. When he does, we'll just throw him into the audio and video, and we'll keep going. We're going to kick this session off. At the end of our last session, the party had found a giant spider. Abraxas was charging in to, intimidate it, disrupt it, get ready for battle. And I had said we're going to start off the next session with initiative, and Eli wants to give us a little, or thought that we should give a little, what is it we're about to actually do? It's going to be our first combat, so Eli, go ahead.
All right, well, one of the first things to explain, I guess, is what is combat. Yes, it is two opposing sides fighting somehow. The way it's broken down is individual rounds or group rounds. That's everybody involved. And then actual individual turns. Who's doing something in this moment right now? Who gets to go when, like who goes first, last, and everywhere in between is determined by initiative, which we mentioned earlier. It's just a number that you roll. It's there on your character sheet. You add that to the roll, and that says, hey, this is what I got. I believe it's typically highest to lowest initiative.
Yes.
Is first to last. Once the combat actually starts, everybody just kind of declares what their character is doing on their specific turn. So if Abraxas were to go first, Erithnis second, Miles third, and Spider fourth, Abraxas could say, I'm going to swing at the spider and make his attack. That's his turn. Erithnis, I'm going to fall back to help our ally cowering in fear. That's my turn.
Cool.
Miles does whatever bards do, and then Spider does spidery things.
Bards do.
I don't know. I've only ever played fighters.
Plays a jig.
He will tell you about the song "The Fall of Siegfried."
Man.
Hope I like that. That one should be put on repeat, definitely. Yeah.
Please, no.
Prophecy is
I
true.
don't deserve this.
Let's get to that, and I always have somebody else keep track of initiative. I know somebody there has a pencil and paper handy, but I'm inviting anybody that wants to keep track of it to speak up. Okay, Randy's doing it.
Yay.
I will start with mine as the spider. The spider has an 18 for initiative, so that's rolling a d20 and adding the initiative modifier. And in this case, spider has a +3, and I rolled a 15, so 18 for the spider.
Well, I have a +0, so I got a 16 on the die roll. So 16. Not too shabby.
Not bad
Not
at
too
all.
shabby for a big fella.
So,
Although I did get a surprise on this guy, right? So I'm at a, is that what you said originally?
What I wanted to do actually was just on your first attack, I'm going to give you advantage.
Okay, gotcha.
So my initiative is 3. 1 plus 2.
I wrote
At
down
least you got
bell.
the
I didn't
plus
write down
2.
sig.
Yep.
Divided by
Maybe
0.
these spiders are a little bigger than I thought they'd be.
All right.
And if you would, in case Jason joins us while we're in the middle of this, can you write down an 18 for him as well?
Will do. I also rolled a 13 plus 3, a 16, so Braxis and I tied. What do we do on a tie, Joe?
On a tie, usually I'll just go to the higher dexterity, or if it's the tie between 2 players, I let you pick.
I think I'll have Miles go first because he wants to inspire.
There you
Yeah,
go.
you're probably
Praxis.
faster. You're probably faster than me anyway.
He's
16
quick with
dexterity.
the words.
Yeah, I got a 10. I'm just big and bulky.
Okay, so for me, what I want to do for the spider is, since we're not using a map, we're playing Theater of the Mind, and we were talking about distances. I'm going to use the spider's opening initiative to close the distance between itself and Abraxas. So it's just going to skitter up forward and be within 10 feet of you as its initiative ends.
Okay. That works for me then. I'm going to
Since it
continue
saw
my...
that you weren't going to reach it, it ran up towards you.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Settle.
So
All right, I
after the
think,
spider then would be
Technically Bell, right?
Bell,
But,
technically. So
yeah, but he's cowering under the shield. Maybe he
Yeah,
slipped or something.
he's holding his initiative.
There you go.
let me see, because it'll be me next.
Having a plan.
Let's see. Within 60 feet, would I be within 60 feet of Abraxas? I was
Yes.
towards the blockade of the
Yeah,
webbing.
the entire distance from the beginning of noticing the web was 100 feet, and everybody moved up. So we're going to say, easily
Yeah.
within 60 feet.
Okay. I already had my sword drawn from the last episode, so I'm just going to
Okay.
belt out a little, "You can do it, Abraxas! I know you can! Smash him like another man!"
One thing I
19.
really liked that they did for 5th edition was readying a weapon is a free action. You no longer have to use up an action to draw a sword or draw a bow or anything.
That always seemed to be
Yes.
crazy talk to
Oh
me.
my
I mean,
gosh.
come on. Or you had to get a quick draw or something crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So did you say 19?
19 was the natural roll. It's charisma based, so it's 21, I believe.
Nice.
So now, I'm sorry, recap what you were doing because I was talking about the
Okay,
whole...
I was doing Bardic Inspiration, and so as a bonus action, a creature other than you within 60 feet that can hear you gains an Inspiration die, 1d6, for 10 minutes. The creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Okay. So with that, did you have to roll? I didn't remember that being a roll.
Oh, I thought... maybe I
I
didn't.
thought it was just so many times per day.
Bardic Inspiration, 1 bonus action, uses blank blank per long rest.
Oh, yes, it is. So many uses per long rest. Probably like my Divine Sense kind of thing.
Yeah.
Get so many uses, then you have the rest to recharge.
I know in Dungeon World they're rolling for it, and I do not know about this because they roll for
Yeah.
everything in Dungeon World.
Hopefully we'll get
And
to
older-
that. I want to get through a D&D adventure first.
Well, regardless, you got a 21. So.
Yeah.
Just give me a,
I think
give
what
me
you
a
get a
D6 for whatever I want to use.
Yep. And after you roll, say you roll a 19 and you're pretty sure you're going to hit, you don't have to use a D6 yet.
Right, yeah. Maybe use it for damage or something else.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Bank it
Gotcha.
for 10 minutes.
Somebody keep
Should
track
be
of
the
that.
entire combat for sure.
Yeah, because what do they still do rounds is what, 6 seconds?
Yes.
Or,
Yeah.
okay. Gotcha. All right,
So
cool. All
everybody
right, well then.
takes their turn in the span of 6 seconds. Keep that in mind, audience,
Yeah, it's all
for
together.
higher level gameplay. When
Yeah.
you've got to do attacking 17 times in one turn.
And can I have
That's amazing.
It's
start to close the distance towards Abraxas as well during that time?
Sure. Let's see. I see your
I would have
movement
moved in
as 30 feet. So I'm going to say you could get right up within like 10 feet of him without having to run if you want.
Okay.
I mean, you can run and look cool too. I guess it doesn't really matter that much.
Always look cool. That's a good choice.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And
all
then
right, well,
next up is Abraxas.
yeah, so I was continuing my charge. If that, we're just going to
Okay.
bash into each other. Oh, I have the halberd coming, swinging over my head. Actually, maybe a jump in the air, come down on it. I'm hoping that-
Yeah.
I'm hoping this looks cool because I'm making it look cool in my head, but we'll see what happens when I actually perform my swing here.
And this is also, I was saying I'm going to give you advantage on the attack roll because
Oh, yeah,
you acted
okay.
first. You're jumping in there. You are all over the spider.
All right, so a 16 to hit. I'm assuming it's going to hit a spider. All right.
You can, but you have to decide if you're going to use the D6 inspiration first. Because you have to use it without knowing the outcome, but you can use it after your roll.
Yeah, I'd rather save it for.
Okay.
Well, what's the damage?
Well, you said you save it, so I'll tell you what you hit.
Yeah,
You hit.
I'll save it.
Okay.
I'm not even going to use it for damage. I want to wait it out. I'm going to wait it out.
Ooh. So you're going to hit. Now let's get your damage there so I can record that.
Damage is 5 points. I rolled pretty low on damage, actually.
All right. That's with your modifier?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's added in. I rolled a 2 with the +3.
Jason just sent a message to our messenger chat. He likes the picture. He's still stuck at the office. So we might see him in about a half hour or so. We'll see.
Yep.
All right. So you hit the spider. You got a little bit of spider guts on your halberd, and it's still, raring to go. There's a little, the spider squeak kind of noise when you hit it, and that's. I don't even think spiders make that noise, but they do in the movies.
Yeah, I never understood that. Why do all of these insects make noises that aren't
Why
just
do sharks
chittering?
growl?
Yeah.
It's so cool, though, when you see it or hear it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
I demand realism from my fantasy games.
Yes.
Yeah, man. That's the realism.
Well, the realistic part is the spider. The unrealistic is the giant.
I mean, the growl of the shark's more scary than doot 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 or what? Baby shark doot 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 doot.
Oh man!
I have none of that.
So I think next is going to be the guy who rolled a 1.
The guy who rolled a 1 has a name.
Eli.
I don't know if he wants anybody to know who he is right now, but he has a name.
Siegfried making his way there. You know what? We could just say something like Siegfried was comforting Belle a little bit and saying, "Look, I got to go hit the spider."
Yeah, man. I got to get on.
I mean, yeah, like when we left off, I was backing up to get towards Belle because he is like small child, man, and he needs reassurance.
Yeah. Cool.
Would I have to dash to get up to the fight?
Let's say yes, because your last action was moving back a little bit. The last thing we talked about was moving back a little bit. So let's say yes, that you would have to dash forward.
And Bill was trying to stay back anyway, and you were wanting to stay with him. So
Okay.
he was like 90 feet. I'm 90 feet away.
In that case, I am just going to. Yeah, I'm just going to stand between Belle and the forest and just be ready for something to come out.
Okay. So at this point, you're just kind of, I don't even know if they call it holding your action or readying an action anymore. I can't remember what fifth edition
It's now called readying an action, although I think technically I can't ready anything right now because I don't have anything to ready against. I think.
Well, I like to be able to say you're holding your weapon and just looking around you, so you should not be surprised or taken off guard. All right, nothing should leap out of the shadows and surprise you now because you're looking for that specifically.
Should.
Yeah, if nothing else, that part works for you.
Yeah. I will essentially just move over to Belle and defend.
Cool. So let's see the spider will lunge at Abraxas with its bitey thingies, pinchers,
Tendrils.
Yeah, they're pointy teeth, kind of
mandibles,
like Crystal. Yeah. Hey, that sounds good. So let me roll my 2 attack. No, I can't click that button. I have to click a different one. And I have a 5 plus. Oh gosh, where was it? 5, so 10. I don't think that hits your armor class.
Yeah, but that's pretty good though. The +5, jeez.
So
Those appear to be just called fangs.
Yeah. So the spider's fangs bounce off of your scales. It's not able to penetrate and do damage to you.
All right.
He only gets 1 attack? I'm cool with that.
At this point, yeah, we're still level 1, right?
Okay. Well, I just want to make sure the spider wasn't, super crazy.
Nah.
All right. So technically, it's ready.
So Miles is going to close in the rest of the distance and take a swing with his short sword.
Okay.
Is it short sword?
Go for it.
Sword?
Got that pickaxe.
The spider's all skittery and stuff too, so it's kind of hard to get a beat on it, but I'm sure you can manage.
He had the sword out. He didn't think to use the pickaxe, so he's just going to go with the sword because he wasn't really thinking about that. I don't want to just randomly try that. 2.
Oof. That's going to be
1, 3.
Just a bit outside.
You hear the pickaxe talking, see?
This spider's all, like I said, it's jittery and skittery, even though it's large. I think
up on heroin.
Yeah, in this edition, if we were using a map, this takes up the 4 5-foot squares. It's a large creature.
Man, you off, Mr. Spider.
He's been eating all the candy corn.
All right, Chris, I think it's Abraxas up next.
Yeah, I'll take another swing.
Go for
I'm
it.
not at an advantage this time, correct?
Correct, unless you find a way to do it. This is something that I know Randy's heard me say before. If you can talk yourself into any kind of advantage with me and I buy it, then you'll get it, right? You just think
that's fine.
At any
I'm good.
time.
I got a 19 anyway, but I just wanted to double check.
Oh, yeah, you got it. That 19 will definitely do it.
Okay, I am going to use, because I still don't have the Bardic Inspiration, so I will use that extra D6 for damage.
Okay.
Is that doable? Not just for actions, right?
I mean, it says it's
just for action.
Ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws. But, I mean, it's also the DM's choice if he wants to allow that, too.
Go for it, Chris.
All right, so...
Homebrew.
So an extra D6 here. It's
well, you know what? Let's put a little twist on it. Because Miles is giving you the inspiration, Randy will roll the D6.
I was going to... All right.
Yeah, you got a 6, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Man.
There must be balance.
Find a decent one. Let's try this one.
Get your best one out there, man.
I can't find my best one. It's a
That's
big
what you
bag.
No pressure.
Randy putting his bag on video for everybody.
It was a 6.
There you go.
All right, so I rolled a 12. So 18 points of damage.
Oh, my God. Okay, at this point, yeah. Describe what it looks like to nearly kill the spider.
All right, so that one I wanted to stab down, with like the spike part of the halberd at the very top. It kind of almost pinned it into the ground because I know Miles is there ready to start putting the smack down on it.
Okay, so let's take that literally in that if you want to keep hold of your halberd in the ground with the spider, you're able to.
Yeah, I want to see if I can give him advantage.
Okay.
Whoever's stacking next.
Then because of the way you described that, yes. We'll do advantage to the next attack, which if Arithas Siegfried's holding back, then it's going to go back around, right?
All right, you gave the spider the okay.
The spider will have advantage on this time.
If he wants to talk himself.
Yeah. Probably would. But Siegfried is holding back still, yes?
Yep. Until Abraxas or Miles look like they're in trouble, or until something approaches Siegfried and Bell, he's just going to stay where he's at, looking around. Actually,
you probably just heard the sickly crack and thud and nasty sounds of a spider being severely stabbed.
Just hear in the background. Nice.
So we're going to go back around, and the spider is going to try to bite you one more time. So we'll go with that, and I will roll here. And that's going to hit you. I got a 17 on the die.
Yeah, I think all you need is 11 or something.
Ouch. All right, so the damage is. I'm just going to say it's 5. It's 5 damage, and you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh man!
Oh no! It's the frostbite venom.
You feel that magic of how before it comes out it's venom, but after it's poison. So it magically changes into poison as it leaves the creature.
Yes. I rolled a 5. 4 + 1, 5.
Ooh. All right. So you fail your Constitution saving throw, which means you start to feel the effects of the poison immediately. And I'm curious, where are you with hit points? You're full, right? Everybody got a rest and all that.
Well, yeah, I was full, yeah.
All right, and you took 5.
Yep.
Okay.
A little bit over half is still.
All right. So next is Miles.
All right. I'm going to try to whack him again. Let's see how this goes, because
that's pretty much all I got. At this point, with Abraxas holding it still, like we said, you'll have advantage on this attack.
All right. So does that mean I roll twice, or what is that?
You roll twice and take the higher of the 2.
Okay. First roll, 18. Plus 1, 19.
Yeah, you can still get a 20.
And 15, so 16.
All right.
So 18.
There you go. So that's going to hit. And I can tell you that if you have... what do you have for a modifier for your damage?
It's a long sword and...
strength bonus?
Strength bonus is plus 1.
All right, so you're going to kill it. Do you want to describe what you do to finish the spider off while Abraxas holds it in the ground?
So he's just holding it. I'm just going to come up and step straight down into it, and just skewer it straight down the middle.
This poor large pincushion spider.
Oh yeah.
Oof. Cool. All right, so it lets out its final death sound, and it's all gurgly and sickly.
Send your prayers to your spider lord, beast.
and just like if you've ever seen when you kind of half step on a spider and some of its legs just keep twitching. The legs on this spider just keep twitching, although it's very dead.
Raxus, you look a little weak. You okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna lean against this tree here. I'm gonna lean up against the tree, grab my emblem, and just start. I'm gonna heal the poison because I've neutralized poison with the whatchamacallit. The lay on hands. Oh my God, I couldn't remember what it's called. I was like,
yeah, that's once a day at this point, right?
Yeah. Well, it's
once per long rest.
Yeah. Well, I have a 5 hit point pool.
Yeah.
So, but I could use that entire 5 hit points to do like either cure disease or neutralize poison, and then long rest after that.
Okay.
So I got to use up all 5.
Poison is definitely good.
Yep.
So that would do it. And you guys did have, I don't know who made a record of it, but you guys did have healing potions.
Yeah.
This was before leaving Ket. I think you guys had bought or brought with you something.
I don't think I wrote that down.
Let me see.
No, we made some at the place, but that was
but those wouldn't leave with you. You had to ingest them.
Right, we just drank them.
Yeah.
I don't have potions listed here.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that was something that was picked up, but if not, that's okay. We'll just have to figure out how to keep Abraxas on his feet.
Well, I mean,
that's not going to stop him from charging in, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's fine.
Cool. And in the meantime, Siegfried, you've noticed there doesn't seem to be any other motion in the woods, or lack of motion, whatever it is. Nothing else is really happening in the woods. And no other like spiders jumping out or anything, as well as no other animals passing by. Just like we had said before, the just slight breezes, rustling leaves every now and then, but that's about it. And of course, the sound of dying spider.
I bet Belle's just down there. Are they gone, guys?
They gone?
Hush, child. I am listening to the forest.
Okay. But I could have taken them all by myself. I know I could have.
I'm so strong.
I'm strong. Yes.
Does it look like the spider had already grabbed other people previously and like kept them around here, or like drug them off someplace else? Just we find
that was
out?
Something I was going to mention when we had first started up, and I neglected. So I'll kind of recap a little. As you got closer to where the spider was, and thus closer to the web, you can see spun, little cocoon kind of things in the web. So there are things that have been captured in the web.
All right, let's see what we got here. See if we have, what are the names? James and Artem or Arten or something?
Oh, yeah, those guys, yep.
Yeah, let's see if they're wound up over here.
Poor fellers. That one, it was, James and Arten. A-R-T-I-N.
Arten. Gotcha. Yep. Okay.
Arten's
okay, yeah. So in there, I guess you're probably just going to cut the things out, whatever they are.
Yeah, as careful as you could be, because I'm assuming there could be somebody alive in here, possibly. So I don't want to,
Okay.
Possibly. I don't know.
Well, it does look like a few, I shouldn't say a few, a couple large animals like a deer and like a larger wolf that have been trapped at the lower parts. And almost right in the middle, there are two humanoid shapes right next to each other. And those inside, it looked like they've been sitting there for a while. They are, the spider sucked everything out of them. They're very desiccated, mummy-ish looking. Ooh. Yeah. They're wearing adventurer's gear, and I say that as there's leather armor on one, chainmail armor on the other. They don't appear to have any weapons. They are both wearing backpack, rucksack kind of thing, and everything was just wrapped up with them. And within their gear, you find pretty much hiking equipment.
Do they have any distinguishing like symbols or anything on their clothes? I'm
going to say no.
Okay. Miles was curious if he recognized any of them from like before they went out to go this way.
Yeah, at this point, if you had been in Ket earlier, maybe, but everybody arriving about when they did, the only people you know of that went out there were those two specific adventurers.
Okay, so they never went to Malagar. They just went to Ket. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So nothing out of the ordinary, just the hiking gear and.
Yeah, and now, like I was saying, they don't have any weapons or tools, in hand or with them. So those might be somewhere else. But in their, like I said, in their backpacks, just regular stuff. I don't know if you guys want to keep track of maybe a couple of more torches, a lantern, some more rope, things like that. Maybe a grappling hook.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind actually.
Yeah, you just call it like general climbing, hiking, mountaineering stuff.
Okay.
Torches, a lamp, some rope.
Yep. And like I said, if you think of anything else, like a grappling hook or anything else that just kind of fits the same thing. Maybe they had those little things that go over the toes of your boots that have little claws in them, so you can climb easier.
Yes.
Those are pretty dope.
Bear claws for your feet.
Yeah. Would they have had like glass bottles?
I'll say yeah. There are a couple of small glass bottles, like the size of potion or perfume vials in the back, but they're empty.
Okay, that's perfect. Second question, somewhat related. Would it be a medicine or a nature check to try and harvest the spider venom?
Ooh.
From what's left?
I'll let you pick based on the way you describe it.
Okay, so...
And you don't have to know spider anatomy or anything. We clearly don't. Just make it sound decent.
Oh, we don't? Oh.
It's okay if you do. If we want to go through the whole phylogeny of spiders, too, that's cool. Do you have a plastic Spiderosaurus on your desk?
No, I don't, unfortunately. I did used to have one of those Halloween spiders. You know, the ones, they're made of bones. For some reason.
It's cool.
So the way Siegfried is going to go about this, he is going to carefully cut off the mandibles, the leg piece that hold the fangs. Use a dagger to carefully split them open and simply remove the sac.
Okay. That sounds more medicinal than nature-ish to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up the fangs. Hey, look, I'm a Braxis.
He says, fangs a lot.
My teeth aren't that big. Come on, guys.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, you know what? Siegfried has a heavy hand. 7 + 1, 8.
Ooh.
There are 2 fangs.
Yeah. So, yeah, well, then I'll buy that. Roll for the other one.
Yay.
This is funny.
Come on.
Mainly because I'm curious what you're going to end up doing with
it. 17 + 1, 18. Hey, I came out here to make money, all right? And poison sells.
So you're able to get enough to pretty much fill one of those little perfume bottle looking things. And it has, a cork and the glass stopper on top. So that's how it closes.
You know what? This is the first beast I've slain this, actually ever, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and take this fang and take it with me, if that's okay with you.
Trophy.
You just wanted the poison, right?
Yeah.
All right. Make sure you put that in the
take the
inventory. Oh, yeah.
Spider fang.
Giant spider fang.
Yeah.
This was our, if it weren't obvious enough for us veterans, this is your typical, you have to do a first combat at some point. And
Yep.
I'm tying it into the story with stuff, but this is the kind of thing that does have to happen. And it usually happens in the first couple of sessions where the party has to encounter something so that you can get into the combat roles. We've had a lot of RP session-based stuff, which is great. And then we're exploring the die rolling piece for combat as well, because it does take more dice rolls. All right.
Can I look around to see if those two adventurers' weapons got lost in a scuffle around this area?
Give me a skill that you would want to use for that.
I'll use the survival for the tracking maneuver. That's
okay.
Doable.
Is that a bullseye lantern or a hooded lantern we found?
Which one do you want?
Hooded, I guess.
Okay.
That is a 15. 12 plus 3.
Okay, so you're able to see kind of behind one of the large trees that holds one side of the big spider web, partially buried, as if the spider kind of pushed stuff over it. You find 2 long swords, 2 daggers, and a little pouch of gold and silver.
All right.
And if you want to write down how much, it is 20 gold and 10 silver.
All right. Sweet.
Yeah. Loot the bodies-ish?
Yeah, I mean, hey, there's not even a body there. They're been sucked dry. Just,
it's a husk.
Yeah,
very
a
person
gooey
husks.
mess.
Yeah, I think of it more like a dried up leaf kind of nasty thing.
Like one of
the spider might not have been giant before this capture.
Cicada shell.
Yeah. Now we were heading through the forest. Somebody remind me which we were going this direction. It was after going down the mountain, and we're kind of headed northwest towards what we think is the City of the Lost. Is that
right? We passed a small village of the 4 or 5 stone buildings, kind of like the laborer village, I guess, different kind of human laborers. We knew those 2 guys had passed through there. We found tracks. We found that pickaxe. Miles found that pickaxe that could be magical. Has no wear on it. Cannot. Not sure about that yet. And then we got tossed to this forest. Just kept getting more oppressive as we went. And it was still in the afternoon, or 2 p.m. or something like that.
Yeah, we are early afternoon. At this point, yeah.
Even though, but it's still pretty dark out here.
Within the forest, there's enough of a canopy that it is shadows, and it's like twilight kind of darkness at 2 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Further down the path, it just keeps winding to and fro. You can keep hiking well into the evening and take a camp.
Yeah, I would definitely want to do that. If I could rest up, that would be good because I'm still damaged.
Yeah, we should probably rest up.
What was the poison eventually if I didn't cure that, Joe? What would that have done to me?
It actually should have done damage to you immediately, but I wanted to not necessarily make you fall down unconscious immediately. Because the hit itself is a D8 plus 3, and then the poison is 2D8.
Oh, wow.
Oof. Yeah.
That is
and
beefy.
If it reduces you to 0 hit points, you're stable but poisoned for an hour, even after regaining hit points, and paralyzed while poisoned in that way, which is something that Siegfried can know for when that poison is used.
Yeah. You guys want to be carrying me around.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
you have to make a travois to carry me. That was what you'd have to do.
Travois. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. That's an old Adventures from the Shed.
Yeah.
Not the travois itself, but that one person knew it and then kept saying it over and over.
Yeah, of course.
How are we setting up camp? Watch.
So we're pretty much. It's full on woods, right? We have no like large rocks or anything like that. Just trees. We can say there are some rocks around, and even larger ones, just because if we can back ourselves up.
Yeah,
if we could back ourselves up against the rock, that's our back, and then you can see out in front of us. That's better.
A giant spider could crawl over that rock. Yeah,
but we're not assuming there's giant spiders everywhere. But give us a little bit of something.
Should.
Probably should.
But I don't know. I would. Siegfried's more the military man. He'd probably have a better idea to set up like a fortified camp setting.
Absolutely. There's 3 hand axes between the whole party. Easy to set up some spike barricades, stack some rocks up between a couple trees, hang up.
And don't forget the pickaxe.
Don't forget the pickaxe. Yep.
It's pretty nice.
Can hang up some cloaks between a couple trees to get a sort of canopy. Stop most creatures from thinking, I can go this way.
Cool. So how are we going to do... I got to turn my light back on.
As far as watches go, Siegfried's just...
I need rest.
Praxis, makes any movement that isn't laying down, Siegfried is going to be going over. Down.
Down.
Yeah.
Down.
I need rest. I need to rest up as soon as possible.
Braxis, we got this. You just rest.
And get my.
You take the night off.
So because I don't care to play a character for a player who's not available, we're just going to say that Bell was pretty stressed out and he just kind of falls asleep, passes out.
It probably was.
He'll end up sleeping through the night.
Or a little
which
guy.
Means if we're keeping Abraxas sleeping, then the watch will be split up between Siegfried and Miles.
And just Abraxas laying down, the shield laying against him, and in between the shield and the body, there's Bell.
Just all cuddled up.
Yeah.
Just gonna tuck Bell into the shield and
Abraxas has to be big
forehead.
spoon
Good night.
For that. Yeah.
I don't exist down here.
No, you don't.
Let's do a couple of rolls for your watch. Give me again. You kind of pick it by describing to me what you're going to use, whether it be perception, survival, nature. Pick what you want, and who's going to take the first watch?
Siegfried first.
Okay. So we got Siegfried on the first watch.
Yeah. How do I want to go about this? Intimidation. Just yell into the night and let everything run away.
That's actually pretty darn funny.
I mean,
I'm not going to say yes yet.
Yeah, he's just out there, fight me, come fight me.
All right, I know how Siegfried's going to do it. He's just going to be listening, watching, every so often get up, do a lap around the camp, patrol, more out of habit than anything.
So I'm going to say that sounds like perception.
Yeah. All right. You want the roll?
Yep, let's go for it.
Okay, dope. Lucky numbers.
Make giant dice go now.
16 plus 3, 19 total.
Nice. Ooh, hey, that's pretty good.
I like it.
We are going to say, let's say we're splitting up the watch from, as soon as it gets dark and everyone's starting to lay down through before it hits light again, right? So sometime in the middle of the night, you definitely hear a clacking sound, almost like dry sticks hitting each other or something like that. But it's a clacking sound, and it because of where you are in the forest, it almost sounds like it's coming from every direction, but you're pretty positive it's out towards the east. So, let's say it's away from the boulder that you guys had put in there. which now makes me think of Avatar. The boulder.
The boulder would like to get some sleep, so please stop making a racket.
So you hear something out there.
We just have common lanterns, right? Common lanterns and torches.
But you got the hooded lantern.
The other thing I wanted to ask was, did you guys build a fire, and would that fire continue going? How does that look?
Siegfried wouldn't have bothered with fire. If anybody else did, he would have just watched it die out. He wouldn't have bothered to keep it going.
Okay. So we're good there. And, with that, you're just going to have whatever light you actually have yourself, whether it be a lantern or a torch, if you're going to carry one. Other than that, there's little beams of moonlight that come in through the tree canopy, but nothing that would let you see more than about 10, 15 feet.
All right. Well,
it's mostly shadows. The whole world is in grayscale right now, right?
Fun. I'm going to use my produced flame cantrip to create a little ball of fire in my hand and use that as a light.
Cool.
Nice.
Out towards the edge of that light, which I think was, up to 25 feet or so?
It's 10 feet bright light, then 10 more feet of dim light, and then beyond that is darkness. Okay.
So 20 feet-ish. Right towards the edge of that, you do see kind of humanoid shadows, and not like shadows on the ground, but up. You can't make out any definition because it's far enough away. But there are things just kind of, as they're walking, you hear that clack, clack, clack kind of sound, and it doesn't appear that they're headed towards you, but they're definitely moving slowly at the edge of your light. Or maybe even just like right outside the edge, because it's very tough to make out the shapes.
I would like to shut off my light.
Okay.
And just stand still. I know I'm still wearing my armor, so making myself get low to the ground is probably a bad idea.
Make a little noise, I'm sure. Yeah.
So I'm just going to shut off the light and stay still until they pass. Okay. Hopefully everybody manages to stay asleep.
Okay, so at that point then, yes, after about a minute, the clacking sound gradually dies out, and you don't hear, as if it is receding away. The sound is growing fainter until it actually goes out. It doesn't stop abruptly.
Once the sound has definitely gone, Siegfried will let go of the breath he didn't realize he was holding. Just oh shit! Fuck! Damn it! Gotta be quiet. Fuck!
Turns out I can hold my breath for a whole minute.
Clack, 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 clack.
And if that's the end of how you're handling it, we'll switch the watch over to Miles.
All right.
At some point, you'll wake him up. And what is it like when you wake up someone else for their watch? How does Siegfried do that? Kick to the ribs?
Yeah, that's how he was taught. That's how he's been woken up on trail.
Up,
so
soldier.
It's just a quick kick to the ribs. Watch. I'm up for it. I'll stay with you for half an hour. After that, you're on your own.
So kind of you. All right. Well, get some sleep. I'll close my locket and head towards the boulder and get some high ground.
Let's go with the same.
Did Siegfried inform Miles anything, or just?
No? I was about to.
Okay.
All right, go ahead then. Before we have Randy do any kind of rolls.
I'm guessing it was some sort of quiet watch. She didn't say anything, so I guess we're good.
It was better that I didn't. Off to the east there, across from the boulder, I heard some sort of clacking.
Quacking?
Quacking.
There's ducks out here?
Thanks for pointing out my accents.
Somebody step on a duck?
Clacking. I turned on the light, saw something almost looked like people moving around.
Clacking people. That could be armor, that could be skeletons, that could be any number of things. Goblins with their stupid sticks marching, trying to annoy me. Stupid goblins.
The goblin.
Miles cannot. Yeah, you probably hate goblins, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You might have never seen one, but I hate goblins. That's
Yes.
He got to quickly see who was running that end of his. Wasn't too happy.
It's a good thing they didn't name it the troll booth. All right. So with that, Miles, how do you describe keeping a watch over the camp until daylight?
Well, the best he has is perception, so he's just going to keep an eye out the best he can, even with almost no light. He'll probably light the lantern just to have something, but he won't keep it next to him just in case he doesn't want to be spotted while he's on his watch. He's going to make sure the lantern isn't lighting up any of his allies as well. So.
Okay, so you're just going to balance it on Bell's head. We've got that.
Yep, got it.
So you kind of does that mean you're going to keep the lantern kind of hooded so it doesn't shine as bright, or?
Yeah, he wants to stay as stealthy as possible in case more of these giant spiders come out. Okay. He's not the best adventurer because he's older and hasn't done it in a long time, so he's afraid that he might get jumped before he could get anyone awake.
But if you take the hood off and on like super fast, we get a strobe and we can have a raise.
The raise.
And I can blow fire. I mean, come on, party.
Oh, yeah.
I hope these spiders are susceptible to seizures. So he's going to just keep an eye out the best he can and not let them see him and his allies in the dark.
Cool, let's get that perception.
You froze on my screen, Joe. You were just...
Yeah, Joe, you were like super slow.
I had your internet connection is unstable message, and that sucks, but here we are.
If it
I put the QoS to prioritize my device, but whatever.
1,000 people Netflixing.
Yeah.
Playing games. All right.
Jerks.
Get off free cell. What are you doing?
Oh, damn. I'll close it. Sorry. All right, Randy, what you got for Miles' perception roll?
19.
On the
die? Plus 1 is 20. Yep.
19. Oh, my gosh. Okay. A few hours in, definitely before daylight, let's call it maybe 3 in the morning-ish. You have... Randy, you're sending the picture of your
That's in the roll. It's actually a video.
Ooh, that's not. I like that.
That's cool.
Everyone has to do that now. No, not really. If it were to be able to go into the Zoom chat easy enough, yeah, but no. Anyway.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like I say, around 3 or so.
Witching hour.
Yeah, the witching. There you go.
You hear don't witching. Give me any ideas, Joe. I'm not giving you any ideas.
Off in the distance. You hear the sound that Siegfried mentioned in the same direction, generally east, and it's just a clack, 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 clack sound, a clacking sound, and it's just gradually getting louder.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. He'll continue to listen for a little while, just see if it continues. If it gets too much louder, he's going to go and start waking people up.
All right. So if you wait a couple of minutes, then the noise starts to fade again.
Okay. Whew. That was close. Just keep my eyes open for whatever that might be.
All right. Nothing else then until it's time to wake everybody up.
All right. Hey, guys. Time's up. Wakey, wakey. Eggs and kick. And
did you say kick?
Yeah,
he was kicking Siegfried.
Wakey, wiki, eggs and kicky.
I'm using Bell as a pillow.
Okay. I rolled myself a little personal con save, 19 plus 4. So as soon as I hit his ribs, it's the, I'm up, sir! And just like shoot straight up.
At ease, soldier.
Apologies, forgot where I was.
The streams are a bitch, aren't they?
Yeah.
That clacking noise came back again. Thankfully, it moved on, but
Did you get a better look?
No, I waited to see if it got any closer, but it seemed to veer off again.
Clacking noise? What are you talking about? I didn't hear anything. I was in dead sleep.
Yeah.
Not about investigating, but I'm not going to do that by myself.
No.
I'm going to go check it out. Where was it? Like, how far out do you think it was?
That was like, what, a few hours ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
at this
like,
point, it's probably 4
distance?
hours.
What's
ago.
the distance?
That was like 4 hours ago.
We
What was
heard
the
it
distance?
about 30 feet, maybe 40 from the boulder there, and it seemed to be walking. Okay, so if it was in the east, I imagine they were going left to right, so they would be going south.
Call it north to south then, yeah.
All right, I'm going to go see if I can see some tracks.
Okay. Let's give me either investigation, perception, nature.
I'll use my survival as usual for the trackings.
Okay, we can do that.
Smell them bones.
Bones, 13. Medium roll on that one.
Yeah, you see a mix of tracks. So it's like a boot was being dragged, just a long trail, and then you see some just regular prints from boots, but like they've got holes in them. Just, it's not normal footprints. It's kind of an odd track.
Do I have like an estimated number of people?
With a 13, no.
It's pretty messy.
Yeah.
Does it seem like they were going towards the orc encampment or anything like that? Or we're further away from that, I guess. I don't know.
I guess you'd say, so first off, I will say you can tell that they went in one direction, so south, and then north. So they went one direction and then back the other direction.
Okay.
And it's generally south, generally north.
Gotcha.
Not exactly.
Did it look like the boot was dragged both ways or just one way? Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's interesting.
No.
What'd you find? I say, munching on some beef jerky.
A bunch of tracks. Can't really tell how many, but somebody was being dragged to and from wherever. I'm not even sure. Can't really tell who though. I can't make it out. Could be anybody out here.
We could probably follow it and see if they need. We could probably follow it and see if they need help.
What did the clacking sound like? Did it sound like armor? Did it sound like weapons hitting shields?
I'm gonna pick up 2 sticks and just start like smacking them against each other.
Is that exactly what it sounded like?
Yeah, definitely a dry sound. Yeah. Oh, actually, if you recall the what do you call it? The pattern of the clacking, and you translate that to Morse code, it says it's the end of the episode.
Ooh, demonstration time.
Didn't get to hear that I just said it's the end of the episode.
My bad.
So we're gonna wrap this one up, and we'll pick it up right from that same spot. For now, we can all say.
Randy's he's gonna say bye on Morse code with the sticks.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know what I'm.
Yeah.
Until next time.
See ya.
Click stop. I think I did. Try it again. Stop. I clicked the button. The preceding podcast was brought to you by onejoeyoung. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.